Have I ever told you guys about my obsession with squishies? I don't think I have. Let me explain. Alright, so squishies now are like a pretty big thing, right? Like you see them in a lot of the stores. If you don't exactly know what I'm talking about, they're like little animals or they're little foods, and they're squishy. They're very soft, they're very squishy. Well, a few years ago, I loved them, and they weren't in the stores like they are now. They weren't nearly as prevalent, and I had to go online to a store that I found actually by accident one time, and basically order them, and they came from Hong Kong. That was the only way that like I knew how to get them, and so now I'm learning that there are other websites, but this was the only one I knew of. Yeah, so there was that, and so I kind of had a few of them. I kind of like would buy some packages like whenever, I had the money or whatever, and then I kind of really got out of it. Well, now they're putting them in the stores, and I have two that are downstairs. I have my heart one, and then I have my the like animal one that my parents got me for Christmas. But I just found this YouTuber who literally just does like squishy opening like videos. Like she gets these packages, and I'm like, these are obviously companies that like sponsor her, or like because they want her to like talk about their squishies. I'm like, can I do that? I want to do that. Yeah, so that's my obsession with squishies that is slowly rising again, which is not good, and I will not be going online and buying myself squishies because I need to save my money for other things that, despite what my brain is telling me, are more important than squishies. But, yep, a little bit about me. I'm obsessed with squishies. Now, as for today's events, I have a few more things of schoolwork to do, which includes an essay and a math test. Ugh. The math test, as I said yesterday, really isn't due until the 21st, but I really would like to get it done this week so I don't have to worry about it in the upcoming weeks. And then I have a Japan meeting for my trip in spring break. I have that later today, so I can't forget about that. And then, yeah, so basically schoolwork, meeting. Hopefully I can get all my schoolwork done before the meeting, and then hopefully after the meeting I can work on typing my book. Ugh, I need to do that because I can't write Ring Season 2 without having that done, because for some reason my brain just won't let me do it. So. Alright, so that other lit assignment, not the essay, is done. It's noon now. The reason why it took me so long is because I'm also working on, for the premiere on Saturday, my family is able to convert all the films to Blu-ray, which is something that we figured out we needed to do. I think I've mentioned that before, but my dad's going out of town today. My dad's going to Florida today, so he just taught me how to do it using Final Cut Pro. I've now just realized all the things Final Cut Pro offers, so like, dang, like, that's cool. So maybe in the future, for like films and stuff, I may edit with Final Cut Pro. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Just because they have a lot of cool, like, transitions, because, like, I normally use, like, the fade to black, but, like, they have really cool ones. Like, they have, like, a lens flare one, and it's really cool. But, yeah, so I'm about to take the last two films and put them in the one project and then transfer it over to the DVD and then check it and play it, and then I will get back started with schoolwork, and I believe I'm going to work on my math so I can give myself a break from lit. Alright, well, that's copying over to the disc, so... upstairs. Okay. I have never been more confused by math in my entire life. You want to know why? Because I finally worked through the first however many problems on this practice worksheet. Yeah, now I've gotten to the next portion where it says graph each equation. State the domain, range, vertex, and transformations for each graph. Yeah, guess who doesn't have any videos on any of those topics? Guess who can't find any videos on any of those topics? My teacher is awful. So I think my mom is actually going to look into my brother's old teacher. My brother, I think he had him in like 8th grade, to look into tutoring me because my teacher's so awful and everything I'm getting makes no sense. So, needless to say, getting my math test done today is not happening, and I have to leave for my Japan meeting in like
50-ish minutes. So I've kind of just wasted my time doing this since, I don't know, there's nothing I can find that explains any of this to me. So I need to still write my essay today as well as do the last Spanish thing I have. And thankfully this test isn't due, as I said, until the 21st. So hopefully maybe I can get in for a tutoring session before then, because this is awful.
Alright, so I planned out my essay, pretty much most all of my essay, for when I get back from the meeting. I'm leaving for the meeting now, so didn't get as nearly as much done as I wanted to before I left, but that's because my math teacher is not a very good teacher, and the internet was not helping me in finding my own resources. So, alright, I'm out of my meeting and I'm heading home. Let's go write an essay, shall we? So, it is now 7:20. I've just finished my essay, and guess what? It is 5 pages long. 5 pages long. Granted, it is double spaced, but it's 12-point font Times New Roman. So that is a lot longer than I wanted it to be. It's also not my favorite essay I've ever written, but the topic was very, not vague, but it was a hard topic to write about. Part of it was easy, the other half I was like, what? So I'm hoping I do okay, because I followed the very small rubric we had. We don't really get rubrics, but I need, all the questions, and I answered all the questions and stuff, so I'm crossing my fingers. Alright, essay is done and turned in. I'm actually currently home alone, because my mom had to go up to a meeting of some sort, so I'm gonna grab myself something to eat for dinner. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna finish the last Spanish thing I have to do. That's not the test, since that's not until next week. And then I need to go downstairs and finish up the DVDs for the premiere on Saturday. Alright, I have finished my last Spanish thing, yay, and now I'm gonna go downstairs and work on the DVDs, or the Blu-rays. So I kind of very much forgot to show my outfit of the day today, sorry, but I'll wear it again, so you'll see it then. I copied over the last DVD, it played fine, so we're all good to go. They're either going to be picked up tomorrow or Thursday. I'm so excited for this Saturday. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be busy, but it's going to be so much fun. Yeah, pretty much it. Tomorrow, since I finished all of my schoolwork, except for that math test, but I've discussed that multiple times, so technically, all schoolwork is done. I don't work tomorrow, meaning tomorrow is going to be a typing day, and, like miscellaneous stuff. I have a, not workshop, but like for my monologue, the monologue I'm doing, kind of a thing where I can get feedback. They tell me how it is and how to improve, things like that tomorrow. But that's in the evening, I believe. So I'm excited for that, though, because I really like my monologue. Yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. My social medias was the P.O. Box of Rainscast, and I are in the description. I love you all.